Okay, so according to the latest International Maths and Science test results, apparently Australian kids in Year 4 Maths and Year 8 Maths and Science have fallen down the international ladder in terms of their results.
Yep.
And what do we hear from the mainstream media? Well, we heard outrage because the country that is beating Australia is Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
So we'll show you a few screen grabs of some headlines. A couple of the headlines are like, wake up call, beaten by Borat. What's going on here? Guys,
Beaten by Borat.
this got me
The
woke up.
country didn't have anything to do with that movie.
Exactly.
And Birmingham's come out and said, well, they've got great artistic skills, but, you know.
What's with this obsession with imaginary people inflaming everything all the time? Borat doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist.
I know.
We've
It just doesn't
dedicated a
exist.
large portion of our talk tonight
Jesus,
to people that don't
fake
exist.
people that are just driving the world insane.
But it's
Santa
not
v.
only that.
Borat.
It's so condescending and patronising, and the way in which the mainstream media reported this, to me, really highlights the problem with the way in which some sections of the media work and the way in which some sections of
Yeah,
society
that story was born in a
operate.
newsroom. It was born in a
but
newsroom
it
because
was so
England, the
poorly
US
put.
were ahead of us. They could have easily put that
Exactly.
in there, but that's not really news grabbing, is it? It doesn't capture the eye, does it? They put Kazakhstan in there, and they make Kazakhstan feel like a country village. Honestly,
Exactly.
they're embarrassing a country to embarrass us. So really, why would they go ahead and do
I don't
that?
know. And what do you say to your kid when he comes home, he's got a bad report card? You say, you know what, you're dumber than some little pauper in Kazakhstan.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's outrageous.
It
It's just
doesn't-
outrageous.
It's not positive in any way.
No,
is
it's
it?
not. But it's just
terrible.
continued racial stereotyping, really.
But-
And I mean,
but
it's sort
hang on,
of.
what is the racial stereotype though, that they're smart?
Well, no,
that
because
we're
the
just dumber than
clear,
them.
well, the clear insinuation is that we should be smarter than
That's
them
right,
because
yes.
we are superior to
That's
them.
right, and that's
So
why they
there
didn't
was
put
that.
England or the US in the headline at all.
Exactly, because that wouldn't
we
make
like
that wouldn't
That's
make
right.
news. That wouldn't
Yeah,
make
we
news.
can understand being dumber than them, but we can't understand being dumber than the Kazakhs.
No,
That's what
right.
they're saying.
That's what they're
Basically,
saying.
but let me say this, I've got a few facts on this, right? According to GDP, we generate a lot more money as an economy, like $1.34 trillion, right? In comparison to the Kazakhs, which is 184 billion, okay? They've got like 17 million population, we've got 23. On that level, okay, if we're thinking about it broadly, yes, we should be performing better because with
We're
the money
richer.
that we're richer,
Yeah.
we should be investing that money back into the education system. And you know what Birmingham says? No, I don't think it's an issue that we should be throwing money at.
Yeah,
Are
of
you
course.
kidding me?
Of course he's going to say that
Are you
because he's
kidding?
ripping out money.
That's
Isn't he?
crazy.
He's
Of course,
anti-Gonski.
what else are you going to spend your money on?
That's the thing. That's the thing with this. They're obsessed with their surpluses and all this bullshit. Spend it.
Spend
it's
it.
not actually there to just sit around.
No.
What's it doing? Accruing interest so we can buy like another country as our weekender. Probably
That's right.
Bali.
Another Nauru
if
or
we ever
something
do
like that. So we need to shovel off people.
That's
over
it.
there.
I don't
That's
understand.
it.
The whole point of this system is to pump that cash back into education and health. But
That's right.
you're trying to shut down like a dude that's advocating for Medicare.
That's right.
And at the same time, you know,
You're saying, oh yeah, we don't know why. We don't know why our kids aren't performing so well.
Well, you know, it's meant to improve your standard of living, and education has a lot to do with that. Speaking of stereotypes, guys, I actually came across something that made me think that this whole education process is teaching stereotypes to younger children, and the whole prejudice thing ends up growing from there, I reckon. It was Wiggles the other week. I was watching it with my daughter because she was crying too much. I had to put that on. She loves it.
Fantastic.
But regardless of that, it's a song called Papa Dum. It goes Papa Dum, Papa Dum, Papa 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 Dum. And here it is. So there you go.
Wow.
Wow, there you go. Some
Wow.
Indian woman who looked extremely uncomfortable
She
there.
looked uncomfortable to me. I thought she
Totally.
was, she was trying to be all smiley, but she didn't look
She was
quite
doing the head
comfortable.
wobble.
But
What's
that's
wrong?
the problem.
Yeah,
'cause
see,
the
they told
little
her to
kids-
do that.
Yeah,
The
they
little
told her
kids
to
see
do it.
Of
that.
course they did. Yes, we did.
She's
and we'll
playing
tell her
in
to do
Indian.
something
What do
else.
you expect her to do?
Oh my God! Are
She's
you
not playing
serious?
an Indian, man.
Well, she's an Indian.
She's
but
an
she's
Indian.
playing an
No,
Indian.
no,
Oh,
she's not playing an
no,
Indian.
you can't. This is exactly the problem because these little kids see that and then they think that that's how every Indian
Yeah,
person
so when they
is
go
like.
see, when they see an Indian kid playing in the cricket nets like those people were, oh, there's a Papa Dum, Dad. Look at the Papa Dum. No.
I mean,
That's-
well, look,
no,
I
that's
mean,
not so good.
I've
That's
got
not
to
so
say,
good.
I sort of
It could
thought
happen.
Well, it could. And I sort of thought, in a way, I like the Wiggles. And I was sort of thinking, am I getting too sensitive about these sort of things? Like maybe they're just trying to educate.
Educate
young
about
people
what? Oh, Indian
about
people
different
like
cultures.
papadums and they play cricket. Oh, okay. If
Anyway.
you live in this world, you'll end up realising that.
Well, they do eat papadums.
That's right. So?
So,
Look,
well,
I don't
Is
know.
that the only defining feature of
Exactly.
the,
That's
the
the
No,
point.
that's
people?
true.
That's the
But
point.
it's for what? How old's your daughter?
She's one.
She's one.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Go into British India and
Yes.
Gandhi
Well,
and
why
Yes.
not? Why
Why
not?
not?
That'd be great. They should do a session on Gandhi.
know,
The
and
Wiggles
the
should do a session on
non-violent
Gandhi.
protest.
the
That'd be
great
great.
lead into that is going to be, remember the Papadum song? Used to love it. We'd sing it together.
Oh, no.
There's a little more to the story.
I don't
Look,
think
I
so.
think,
more
I
to the
think the
story.
whole thing about this is it's really a cycle. You get fed this sort of these racial stereotypes when you're a kid. You don't really get, as you grow up in your suburban home and you're going to school and you're hanging around with the same sort of people, you don't get exposed to other types of people. You get older, you end up, becoming a journalist and you write stories like,
That's right.
beaten by Borat.
Yeah.
Like that's what happens,
You
and
have a
that's
job
cycle.
to validate your own racism, and that's what we're all looking for.
I tell you, it's just a bit of a concern.
That's
the whole
true,
thing
yeah.
makes you really think seriously about where our education system is going.